Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. And end of May, no? End of May na tayo, no? Thank you for joining me at Lira in Law. Ang pangalan ko po, Lira Simong Kabatbat. Broadcasting live, as usual from London, England between 7:30, although I am late, sorry, 8:30 to 8:30 on every Thursday, usually. So welcome po, no? Welcome on this. I think it's kind of warmer. No, last week nga umuulan, but last week was quite sunny. But today a little bit weather's not so great, but it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter because we are together. As I said, pangalan ko po, Lira Simong Kabatbat, and my firm is called Douglas Simon Solicitors. Ako po, I have been a practicing solicitor and continue to be a practicing solicitor for 33 years. I had to think then, gosh, 33 years, astonishing. Over 3 decades of doing what I love. And I hope that you can tell now I'm quite passionate about the law, especially immigration. And tonight is absolutely no exception, no? Marami tayong pag-uusapan nga ngayon. Ang opisina ko po, Douglas Simon Solicitors, we have been in practice 28 years, no? So not quite as old as me, but getting there nga, no? So as usual po, ang discussion natin, it will be on legal issues that concern you. And I hope nga that I can maybe point you in the right direction or point you in some direction nga, so that you can see kung may problema, ano ba kailangan yung gawin, or at least to find out a little bit more. But nothing beats independent advice, no? So kung meron kayong problema, ang payo ko po, seek assistance from someone qualified nga who is an expert in the field that you need. So kung immigration nga, see someone nga who's going to be able to advise you properly. Nothing beats that. And most solicitors like us, we offer what's called a fixed fee interview. So hindi ganong it's not very expensive, but at least then you get a one-to-one thing. Masasabi nyo sa kanila, ano bang problema? Okay? But for tonight, I have you, and thank you again for joining me, no? So usually, alam nyo naman, if you are a regular, and I hope you are, we normally choose a question from the questions that are emailed to us. So meron tayong star question. Tonight's slightly different. The reason being ito, and I've had actually already inquiries, emails, panic phone calls about this, the proposed changes to immigration law. They published a white paper on the 12th of May, I think, or it could be the week after. It's called White Paper to do with proposed changes to immigration law. So yung po ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon. So just to give you an idea, we of course now have a different government, no? They're relatively new. So dati it was we had the Conservative Party, and we have the Labour Party, and they too have introduced or have published proposed changes to immigration. Now, just to give you an idea of the document, it's called the White Paper. That's it's the policy document, if you like. It's 71 pages long, 71 pages, no? And 7 chapters, no, basically. So it's quite. To say that there's quite a lot proposed changes is really an understatement. There's a lot. Pero titingnan po natin, so we can't deal with everything. Otherwise, we're gonna be here the whole night plus a couple more days at least, no? So, pero pag-uusapan po natin, I've chosen really the two topics that seem to concern a lot of people, no? And that is reform of family migration, no? So kung may pamilya nga kayo, gusto niyo pumasok dito, either partner, ano bang kailangang mangyari? Also to do mainly with finances, no? Anong kailangan yung pakita? Because that's always a problematic. And level of English, proficiency in English. Anong kailangan yung ihanda? Pag-uusapan din nga natin, when is that gonna come into effect? What does that mean? No, I think actually one of the questions nga today is to do with, well, what would happen? Na nandito na ako, is it the old law or the new law? So yung nga din ang pag-uusapan natin. So it's a lot actually today nga to take on. So and in the course of the next few weeks, I will try and deal with the proposed changes nga as much as I can, because I know that it is causing a lot of concern. Mga tao nalilito. Ano bang ibig sabihin nito? Batas na ba to? No? So yung pag-uusapan po natin maigi nga ngayon is the, as I say, the issue of family migration money, okay? And the English language and everything else in between. And hindi nga lang po yun, we also have a lot of questions, really interesting questions. And as usual, I will try and, of course, deal with them. Kung meron kayong gustong itanong, nahihiya kayo, huwag kayong mahiya. You know, there's still time. You can email us nga ngayon. And also, especially, I mean, alam niyo naman, may batian section tayo mamaya, no? When that comes about, no, before that comes about, kung gusto niyo akong batiin, huwag kayong mahiya. No? Just between us. Okay? Because I also look forward to it. It's been old and new. You know, alam ko meron tayong mga regulars, and to them, salamat po. No, sumusubaybay pa nga. And of course, there are newcomers. You're very welcome. No, so not too late. Absolutely not too late to say hello. So, ang topic po natin, as I say, is proposed changes to immigration law. Hot off the press, kinda. No, I mean it's May 2025. We are the 29th of May. It's the white paper. It's the thing that's causing a lot of people concern. Yun po ang topic natin ngayon. We're going to go through, as usual, we're going to unpack what the government is saying, ano bang ibig sabihin nito. So I hope that it's useful to you, and certainly will be, I know it promises to be an interesting night. And I'm sure, and make it even more interesting by saying hello, making your comments nga. So before we launch into our rather large topic, we're going to take a quick break. Saglit nga lang po. Don't go away. Be right back. Welcome back po. Welcome back to Lira in Law. Thank you again for joining me. Pangalan ko po, Lira Simong Kapatbat. I am your host. And today, ang topic po natin, proposed changes to immigration law as published in the white paper, May 2025. So we are only the 29th of May. So this is new. So 12th of May, I think, is when the government published nga a document. Ang tawag po, no? So it's generally referred to as a white paper. I'll explain that in a moment. So ang tawag po, ang title ng document, Restoring Control over the Immigration System. No? So that's actually the title of the document. White paper, yung tawag nga nila, the white paper has been published. White paper is just simply lang naman, it's a policy documents, basically. So that's the government's, if you like, proposal, no, for future legislation. So so to put it simply, no, what can we expect in the way of changes to immigration law? The quick answer to that is a lot. No? But yung nga, ang topic nga natin ngayon, it's just because of time limits nga, and also just the sheer number of the changes, no? Because as I said, 71 pages, 7 chapters po. So we have to limit, our topics in sections nga. Pag-uusapan po natin ngayon, we're gonna focus today on reform of family migration. No? Now, let me start by saying, let me read to you, maiksi lang naman, no? What does the white paper say about family migration? Okay, so this is directly from the policy document itself. So paragraph 147, sabi nito, we will reform the framework for family migration. We will tackle the over complex family and private life immigration arrangements where too many cases are treated as exceptional, sabi nila dito, no? Rather than having a clear framework. Before the end of this year, we will set out a new family policy that will will cover all UK residents, including those who are British, settled on work routes, or refugees seeking to bring family members into to the United Kingdom. No? Number two, sabi nila, they will set out a new family policy that will have clear relationship requirements designed to ensure only those within genuine subsisting relationships qualify, reduce forced marriage, and include protections for victims of domestic abuse. Sabi din nila, they will ensure that those coming to the UK have an appropriate level of English language skills. I'm coming back to that, no? To be able to effectively integrate into local communities. And then sabi din nila, ensure the family unit has sufficient money financially to support any migrants without relying on the taxpayer through reviewing and extending the financial requirements to other dependent routes. We're going to discuss that because money is always a problem. And whilst this work is undertaken, it's important that we take steps to make the system fairer, sabi nila. We've already commissioned a MAC, that is the Migration Advisory Commission, to look at the financial requirements and on family routes and further asylum reforms will cover family too. Right? We will also explore tightening our suitability rules on the family routes to ensure people are of good character we expect, or the good character we expect. We will introduce changes to English language requirements for adult family dependents to align with the broad approach at Chapter 6. Okay, let's take a breather. No? And this is just one part. No? It's actually a small part of this document. But let's unpack that. No? So unang-una nga, when will the changes according to this policy document come into effect, no? They actually say, sabi nila dito, the government intends to give effect to the changes before the end of this year. So we are now May 2025, before the end of this year. So you're looking at potentially latest, if they would follow this, 8 months, 7 months time, in December 2025. Yeah. So we're looking at a few months rather than years. Sabi din nila, they have already commissioned the Migration Advisory Committee, otherwise more commonly known as MAC, to consider the financial requirements on family routes. Now, pag-uusapan nga natin to. Let's have a look. Anong ibig sabihin? Unang-una, let me just tell you, this is a policy document, the white paper. Hindi pa po batas. Okay? Importante po yun dahil ang dami ko in the last over a week nga, dami tumatawag sa akin. Sabi na, ito na ba? Ito na bang batas? Hindi ko na ba makukuha ang asawa ko dahil hindi nga kasya ang sweldo ko. So what do I do? Don't panic. Hindi pa po ito batas. But I suspect it will be. They may meet some resistance about certain things. It could be that they make some changes nga, but I suspect they will. I suspect the government will try and introduce the changes in full. Okay. So importante nga din, even though hindi pa po batas, importante nga maintindihan natin, malaman nga natin ano bang mangyayari. What's the plan? Okay. That way you can also make an informed decision. Are you looking at maybe applying now? No? Are you going to maybe apply later on? Yeah? If you're going to apply later on, what do you need to watch out for in relation to that specific application? So, unang-una nga, as I say, dalawang focus natin ngayon, that is pera, right, at saka English requirement. So let's have a look at the English requirement first. So sabi nga nila, I read to you early on, the white paper referred to appropriate level of English skills. Anong ibig sabihin? Now, at the moment, kung papasok kayo dito as a spouse, no, unmarried partner, or indeed fiance, you need to be able to show a command of English, no, or at least to a level A1 ang tawag, A1. Okay? A1 po is basically beginner's level. And most applicants, especially sa Pilipinas nga, we normally do not have issues satisfying an A1 level requirement. Okay, but you still need it. Yeah, pagka pasok ko yung application, as I say, spouse, unmarried partner, or indeed fiance. Now, kung nandito na kayo as a spouse, when you apply for indefinite leave to remain, in due course, then the level goes up to B1. So yun. So basically A1, tapos later on, pagka mag-indefinite na kayo, B1. Anong gusto nilang gawin? No? So they want to replace that, no, with something else, a kind of a more structured, if you like, approach, no. So point of entry, pag papasok nga kayo dito, they want to implement that all adult dependents require English proficiency still at A1 level, yun ang una. So they may not make changes to that. Now, at the extension stage, alam niyo naman kung dito kayo as a spouse o kaya, as I say, unmarried partner, at the extension stage, they want to see then a higher level, A2 level, okay? The A2 level is obviously higher than A1, but it's essentially indicating understanding, frequently used expressions, engage in routine interaction. So it's harder than A1, but it's not so bad. But at the point of settlement, pag mag-i-indefinite na kayo, they want actually to implement a higher standard, so B2 rather than B1. Okay. Now, B1 anyways intermediate already, but B2 is an upper intermediate level. So they're looking at you being able to engage in more complex discussion, ganon, for the indefinite leave to remain. As now, kung hindi kayo makakuha noon, hindi kayo makakuha ng life in the UK, then it could be that you can't apply, or any application for indefinite leave to remain will fail. Okay. So as I say ngayon, A1, later on B1, pagka mag-indefinite na. Once the changes come into play, and it will likely come into play, then you're looking at A1, A2 at extension, and then B2 rather than B1. So they want to see a higher level of command of English, right, than before. And it's likely nito mangyayari nga, and they say that they may well, they're looking to introduce it in a matter of months, maybe towards the end of the year, latest siguro, rather than next year. I think that's their aim. Now, so yung English language nga, kung nagdududa kayo kung makakapasa kayo, then it may be an idea to start making the application now if you are looking to come into the UK. So yun. Now, sometimes the more problematic issue, and in this case, it can be really problematic, is money, financial requirement. So let me just have a look at so ang sabi pa niyang white paper. So the government states they want to introduce measures to ensure that the family unit has sufficient money financially to support any migrants. That's the aim. Okay. Now, let's go back a little bit. Let's travel back in time a little bit. So tatandaan nyo, in December 2023, when we still had the Conservative Party as government, they introduced or they published their intention to increase the minimum income level from 18,600 to 38,700 pounds. And there was an uproar, because sabi nga nila, wow, it's no one's going to be able to satisfy that. It's more than double the amount that is presently required. Now, ginawa nila, I'm sure partly because of the controversy and also the public feelings about it, ang ginawa nila, rather than going directly to 38,700, they in fact introduced a staggered introduction. No? So sabi nila, okay, hindi muna 38,700, it will be 29,000 muna. Tapos later on, it'll be 34,000 pounds. And then after that, 38,700. So we are now, so the current minimum income requirement is 29,000 pounds gross of tax. No? So that's what you need to earn. Yung kailangan yung pakita in order to be able to sponsor, say, your spouse, say, your partner nga, or indeed fiancé into the United Kingdom. Okay. So at the time, in December 2023, I thought, oh gosh, thank goodness, no? Hindi nga bigla, no? Now, the white paper, going back to what they want to propose, the white paper confirmed the government's intention, basically, to raise the threshold further in stages, with the figure set to reach 38,700 siguro by early 2026. So they will likely introduce the higher income now, no? Tapos by early 2026, which is what, a few months away, they will probably be looking at what the previous government noted, which is 38,700 pounds. And that's likely to apply across board, to anyone who's seeking to sponsor dependents into the United Kingdom. So it could be that by early 2026, rather than 29,000 pounds, ang income na gusto lang makita is potentially, probably likely actually, 38,700 pounds. A huge jump, of course, no? It's a worry for a lot of people, and certainly for me as a practitioner nga. So to put it in, if you like, in life terms, okay? Current hourly rate, kung nagtatrabaho nga kayo dito, £12.21 if you're over the age of 21. Okay? So kung nandito kayo, nagtatrabaho kayo, ang income nyo £12.21 per hour. Now, I've calculated for you, so you don't have to. Okay? So a worker working 40 hours per week will be earning £25,396.80. Okay? According to my calculation, per year. Yeah, so obviously before tax. So needless to say, 25,000 plus change, sabihin natin 25,500, sabihin natin 26 ang income nyo. No? That falls way short of what could be the requirement, which is 38,700 pounds. Massive amount, no? Massive amount nga of money. It worries me. I mean, I have the same worry as before. It worries me because I know yung mga klayante ko, generally, hindi yun ang income nyo. No? Hindi yung income nila. You're looking at maybe 30s, no? But not 38,700. No? Now, on top of that, at the moment, there's something called, kung hindi nga sapat ang pera nyo, it may be that you could show what they often call exceptional circumstances. They also want to change that. They want to, exactly how they want to do that, it's not entirely clear. But sabi nila, they want a more structured way of looking at exceptional circumstances. So it could be that they say, well, no exceptional circumstances can be considered in relation to money. If that's the case, then an awful lot of people will find it much more difficult to bring family into the United Kingdom. I mean, 38,700 is a massive leap. So, but there you go. So at the moment, that is what they are proposing in relation to, as I say, family reform, specifically nga English requirement and money. So kung ako kayo, and this is something I'm asked very regularly at the moment, anong payo ko, apply now. Okay? Because it's not gonna get better. Hindi po bababa yung requirement. I cannot see that happening. The English language also, hindi po yung, hindi, it will not get easier. So, kung meron kayong balak, gawin nyo na nga ngayon. Sooner rather than later. If you're very fortunate and you're actually earning, 40,000 pounds, then you may have less to worry about. But if it's for a lot of people, it's way under 38,700. So make the application now if you can. No, but I say again, no, hindi pa po batas. It's a policy document. It is not law, but certainly I would not bet against it becoming law. Okay? So I hope you've been warned, and therefore forewarned. No, now. Okay, so I hope you found that interesting. If not a little bit depressing, I certainly have. I'll try and deal with, going forward. No, I'll try and deal now with the proposed changes nga. And so next week I'll deal with the issue of settlement, okay, and I'll see if we can if I can also deal with skilled worker route. So this paper is the white paper is it's important because ngayon nga it tells us what the government wants to do, intends to do. Sa atin, it is for us to understand it and make whatever representations we should be making to warn them of certain issues. And certainly, I for one, will be making representations in relation to the financial requirement, potentially of 38,700 pounds. Potentially. So let's watch this space, as they say. Now, okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. We have lots of great questions also. But before that comes my favorite part. Alam niyo naman, lagi kong sinasabi because it's true. Which is the Batian session. So hopefully, because I was late, and I'm sorry, I was just busy opisina nga kanina. I was late, so hopefully you know I'm on. You've not left without saying hello, okay? So tingnan na natin. Let me have a look Batian section natin dito. Let me see. Hopefully you didn't get bored. It could be that you got bored in this, and you then did not say hello. Oh, outcast. Stuck around and says hello. Magandang gabi. Oh, legal guru attorney. Legal guru. I like that. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. It's lots of legal questions, legal issues. Yeah. Oh, Egg Guy, the great guy from London. No, warm Thursday. A little bit, to Attorney Lira and to the viewers. Sabi niya, work from home today, due to school term break. Justin, talaga. Hirap dahil working and taking care at the same time. Oh my gosh, Egay, I pity you there. Laban lang. Still good news, Attorney Lira. I'm still tap send ambassador. No, it's money remittance to Pinas. No. Bonus of £15 for first-time user. Looking forward to lots of learning again. And to Attorney Lira's lovely voice, Egay, the great guy. He's so modest, no? Egay, the guy, like it's Egay, the great guy. No? I hope you like that topic. Alam ko, you share, no? Egay shares with others, no? Itong topic nga. Natalia de Guzman, such a timely topic. Thank you for that. You are so right. At the moment, truly, there has not, since this was published, actually, on the day that it was published, I have not one day has passed when I've not received a phone call about it. No, people are either panicking or just confused, sometimes both. No, but don't panic. As I say, hindi pa po ito batas. But it's important nga na maintindihan natin. Oh, you back in London? Talaga? Oh, when? You came back to less sunny weather. I'm so sorry. Oh, Edgar Duway! Oh, we love him. Oh, I missed you, Edgar. Magandang gabi. Sabi niya sa inyo, dagdag kaalaman. Oh, salamat, Edgar. Are you well? And how is the family? I mean, he is so talented. Edgar, as I've said before, I say again, is one of the most talented people I know. He plays instruments. Um, he's just a uh, he's just a great guy. Si Edgar. Oh, salamat. Thank you for taking the time. Hello mga nanonood, and mabuhay ka, Attorney Elsie. Oh, salamat, Edgar. He's one of my faves, no? Oh, Menars Royano Villano. Good evening, Attorney Lira. Listening from Pulam Palace. Oh, talaga? Nasa trabaho ka ngayon? Or you're at home? I hope you're home. Umuulan ba? I don't think umuulan nga. Oh, Miss Nadella. Hi, Attorney Lira, sabi niya. Nasaan ka na, Miss Nadella? Are you back? No? Are you still traveling about? Miss Nadella is she's an avid traveler. So Mr. Sabi niya dito, good evening, Attorney Lira. Lovely listening to your program before my flight tomorrow back to the Philippines. Oh, listening from Fulham Pass. Oh, wow. Okay. No, have a great time. Safe journey, no? Bring some masks, no? Alam ko tapos ng COVID. Well, no, it's not quite perhaps as scary as it was nga before. But when I'm traveling, I still like to wear masks. So, don't forget, bring masks. If you can, bring gloves. Kasi nasa aeroplano ka eh. Oh, Miss Marian Galicia Paner. Hello po, Tony, sabi niya. At sa lahat, happy Thursday po. Magandang gabi po sa ating lahat. Kamusta, Miss Paner? Are you inside? Having a cup of tea? Hindi pa ako kumakain. Gutom ako. It's just, I'm hungry. Kayo kumain na kayo? I'm actually, I think today, I may have some stir fry, Lucille, Soria, Ann Cliff. Hello po, Tony Lira, and to all the viewers. Working today, so we'll watch the entire episode after work. Thank you for taking the time, no? I tell you what, I'm always grateful dahil nga alam ko busy kayo, no? And if you, like 90% of Filipinos nga that I know, trabaho, kain, sometimes, no? Tulog, no? So we have this cycle, and it applies to me too. Trabaho, kain, tulog. Sometimes kain, tulog, trabaho. But most of the time, trabaho nga, no? Edgar sabi, mabuti naman po kami dito sa Derby, and on 8 June, may Barrio Fiesta. Sa Derby, Sunday. Imbitado kayong lahat. Wow, with Giselle Sanchez, a special guest. And our band will be playing along with ECM bands. Not to be missed. If you're in Derby, you must see this. You must see Edgar. He is very talented talaga. Very, very talented. Oh, thank you for the invite, no? I'll try to make it, no? I will absolutely try and make it. Now, questions natin. So I'm a Filipino nurse. Let me just have a look. Yeah, okay. So sabi niya dito, I'm a Filipino nurse in the UK on a skilled work visa. I've been here for 4 years and was planning to apply for indefinite leave to remain next year. But with the new immigration white paper, possibly extending ILR qualification from 5 to 10 years, I'm worried. Will this affect current visa holders like me? Are there exceptions for healthcare workers? Sabi niya. And is there anything I can do now to still qualify under the 5-year rule? Oh, I like this because it's a very relevant topic nga natin. So, it's another example nga of people worrying about the white paper, no? Now, next week, pag-uusapan nga natin to in more detail. That is, it's the indefinite settlement status. But just for you, let me read to you what the white paper says. So, sabi nila dito, and you were absolutely right, no? Paragraph 264. This is from the white paper directly. This expansion of the point-based system will increase the standard qualifying period for settlement to 10 years. Right? Ayun sabi nila. And then they go on to say paragraph 266, through the expansion of the point-based system, individuals will also have the opportunity to reduce the qualifying period based on the points-based contributions to the UK economy and society. We will consult on these changes later this year. What does that mean? So unang-una, you absolutely right. They're looking to extend the settlement time, no, from currently 5 years to 10 years. Doble po. Now, but they do say, and that's paragraph 266, individuals will also have the opportunity to reduce the qualifying period, of 10 years based on points-based contributions to the UK economy and society. And this is where you may be able to tanong mo sa akin, would you still qualify under the 5-year rule? And also, what can you do, in order to qualify under the 5-year rule? Unang-una po, when this is, if this is introduced into law, or rather, I suspect when it's introduced into law, they will do one of two things. Either it's the new law is it does not affect the existing people who are already here. So a bit like the financial requirement, no? So kung dumating na nga kayo dito ngayon, dati nga dumating na kayo as a spouse, and your income, the income requirement at the time you entered the UK was 18,600, it remains 18,600 and not 29,000 pounds. So it could be that transitional provisions apply. So ibig kong sabihin, kung nandito na nga kayo yung lumang batas, maybe. Okay? But it could also be that for all applications, even though because it's considered to be a new application because it's indefinite leave to remain, regardless of the date of entry, it could be that they say yung panibago. It's difficult, frankly, to say which way. The white paper does not say at the moment. Okay? Kung ano gagawin nila. Will there be transition provisions, or is this going to be applicable to everyone who's seeking an indefinite leave to remain? Guessing, and it's very much a guess, I think it's the latter. I think ang gagawin nila, it will apply across board rather than having transitional provision. So, ibig sabihin maapektuhan ka, very likely, if that's the case. There's some good news though, because that's para 266. Sabi nila dito, individuals will also have the opportunity to reduce the qualifying period based on points-based contributions to the UK. Now, nurse ka, okay? And I'm assuming that you're working either at a hospital or at a residence home, residential home. So you are of course using your skills as a nurse, and nurses are always in short supply, dito. Now, it could be that in because of what you do, you can apply, or you can argue rather, that in fact they should not. It should not be 10 years, but rather 5 years. Hindi natin alam. But if any occupation can argue that, it will be nurses. So I hope that they take that into account. Now, I don't know if we have, I'm sure we have other questions. So sandali nga, tingnan ko ito. Let me just have a look at the other questions. Ms. Villano, sabi po niya, Attorney, my spouse who came here in the UK last 2023, which affected by the rule, came into the UK from Barcelona last 2023. Is she affected po? Please advise. Thank you, sabi niya. Possibly, dahil nga, either they applied, so kung nandito na nga siya, they may say, okay, transitional provision, so yung lumang batas. But they can also say, it doesn't matter. Nandito ka, mag-apply ka indefinite leave to remain, kailangan na hindi na 5 years, but rather 10 years. Okay? So they are looking to actually apply this across board, potentially. I mean, the only thing is, it could be, so actually, let me just read to you paragraph 265, question mo. So, spouse siya, will continue to offer a shorter pathway to settlement for non-UK dependents of British citizens to 5 years. My apologies, provided they remain compliant with their requirements, and we will retain existing safeguards to protect the vulnerable. So actually, I have an answer for you. Paragraph 265 of the white paper says they will offer a shorter pathway to settlement for non-UK dependents of British citizens to 5 years. So kung British ka, then they will likely, stick to the 5 years, according to paragraph 265. But goodness knows, my spouse will renew her spouse visa in April 2026. Yeah, April 2026, it's actually not long, no? Less than a year na nga ngayon. Definitely maaabutan kayong panibagong batas, but whether or not it actually affects you, hopefully not, because paragraph 265, sabi na nga dito, will continue to offer a shorter pathway to settlement for non-UK dependents of British citizens to 5 years. So let's hope, let's hope. Yeah. Now, so okay, another question. Sabi niya dito, my partner and I have been together for 19 years. He's British, and I've always asked him to visit me here in the Philippines because my youngest child was still in school. Now that my youngest child is graduating from college this June, I'd like to ask, is it difficult to apply for a UK visitor visa? Next year, we'll be celebrating our 20th year together. Congratulations. And we're planning to get married here in the Philippines. Okay. So, I like this question. 19 years na kayo, hindi pa kayo kasal, no? Pero Briton nga siya. Nandiyan ka sa Pilipinas, you want to come into the United Kingdom. And one of the options you're looking at is a visitor visa, tapos magpapakasal kayo. So, that's a route, no? That's certainly a possibility. You apply for visit visa, nandito ka, bisita ka dito, uwi ka sa atin, and then you get married in the Philippines. Sure, you can do that nga. And a lot of people do, especially kung hindi pa sila nagdidesidido kung dito kayo titira o sa ating nga. It's yung question mo una, is it hard to apply for visit visa in the UK? It can be, is the answer. I can't really say more than that or less than that. I mean, it's harder than it was. No? Gusto nang malaman na talagang babalik ka, you're not going to breach your immigration condition. But why would you? No? Because if you breach your immigration condition, ibig sabihin, mahirapan ka pasok dito as based on your relationship. But you can never tell with the Home Office nga. So kung yung gagawin nyo, kung yung balak nyo, papasok ka dito sa visitor, make sure you submit a statement, parang affidavit to say, okay, itong sitwasyon namin, matagal na nga kami, may balak kami magpakasal, but for the moment, I want to just visit the UK and then go back to the Philippines, get married, and then enter the UK as a spouse. Kailangan sabihin yun, okay? Baka magdududa sila otherwise, because why are you coming into the UK as a visitor? So you need to explain that. Now, but may I just suggest, I know you haven't asked, but may I suggest nga other possibilities, okay? How's that for service, no? Now, kung matagal na nga kayo at saka meron kayong mga anak o meron kayong mapapakita na talagang matagal na nga kayo and you are in a relationship like a marriage, kahit hindi kayo nagsasama, but you do need proof nga that you are in a relationship like a marriage. And you've been together 19 years, nearly 20 years. You probably have a lot to prove, no? Remittances, bank account, assets that you own together, no renta kung siya nagbabayad, gano'n. And of course, anyway, pabalik-balik nga siya sa atin. So all those things, you can potentially show as evidence na matagal na nga kayo, na you've been in a relationship like a marriage for more than 2 years. If that's the case, then kahit hindi mga kayo kasal, you can certainly apply under the unmarried partner route. But beware, they do want to see evidence and strong evidence, otherwise they will refuse it. Okay? If you want to also come into the United Kingdom, potentially to marry in the UK, you can make an application to come in as a fiance. Pagka nandito ka na, then you can make an application for a spouse visa, so papalitan mo. On the visit visa route, you can enter the UK with a marriage visit visa. So ibig sabihin, kakasal ka, kailangan mo umuwi sa atin, and then from the Philippines, make an application for a spouse. That's that's not as common because most people, kung yung balak nga nila, they apply for fiancé visa. So hindi nga sila kailangan bumalik. No? Just again, because of the changes that is likely to be implemented, ingat nga lang kayo. If you're looking to delay, siguraduhin mo nga lang na yung income ng partner mo is sapat. Even if they increase it to potentially 38,700 pounds. If ang income ng asawa mo, partner mo nga is not that and will not reach that, you just have to be careful that any delay may affect you substantially. Okay? Now, so yon, hopefully that's helped you. Keep me informed. We have some more questions, I'm pretty sure. So sandali, tingnan nga natin. Oh, so Edgar, katanungan, yung 30K plus, no, na salary requirement, may combined income ba? Just in case dalawa sila mag-asawa dito sa UK? Yes, Edgar. So sabihin natin, nandito yung isa as a skilled worker, no? Tapos yung sponsor nga Briton, no? Ang income nilang each of them sabihin natin, 20,000 yung isa 20,000 nga din. Dahil nandito na nga siya and you're looking to change to vary the leave to remain, then yes, they can take it into account. Tama ka, Edgar. So you can take into account both. So the total combined income would then be 40,000. So hindi problema. Kahit nga itaas nila 38,700. Now, so, next question nga nito. So, I'm a Filipino currently living in the UK on a skilled worker visa. I've been here for almost 3 years now. Recently, I've started a small online business selling Filipino snacks and beauty products to fellow Filipinos in the UK and some customers in Europe. We're enterprising, no? The business is growing and I'm now considering registering it formally. My question is, am I legally allowed to run and register a business in the UK while I'm on a skilled worker visa? And if so, what are the legal limitations or requirements I should also be aware of? Also, if I decide to apply for indefinite leave to remain, ILR, in the future, could this side business affect my my application negatively? Yes. So let me just read to you what the Home Office says. Okay, this is actually from the Home Office website in relation to additional work. So sabi nila ito, and I'm quoting, you can also work up to 20 hours a week in another job or for your own business, as long as you're still doing the job that you're being sponsored for. Okay, but your work must be in an eligible occupation code. Now, so the occupation code is basically yung mga pwede yung pagtrabaho nga dito, yung mga trabaho nga where you can be sponsored, no? So yung ginagawa mo nga ngayon, which is online business mo selling Filipino snacks and beauty products, that may not be actually a sponsorable job. Now, kung gusto mong malaman if it's one that can be is part of this sponsorable job codes, if you go, you can just Google it, no? Eligible occupation code immigration, and the Home Office website will come into play. So yun, I suspect it's not in the list of the sponsorable job codes. Also, you can't work for more than 20 hours per week. Okay, and of course, it needs to be done outside the regular hours of your work. Now, so I would see more of a problem potentially is yung is it a sponsorable job code. So have a look at the code nga. I think you will find, I suspect it's not a sponsorable job code. Kung ganoon, if it's not a sponsorable job code, then ibig sabihin, you are then in breach of your immigration condition even now. So it not only will it impact potentially your indefinite leave to remain application in due course, that 3 years ka pa nga lang dito, but also your status na nga ngayon. So you have to be really careful because it could be considered breach of your immigration condition nga. Okay. Good luck. So Edgar, sabi niya, question, may kaibigan ako nurse na dalawang anak. no? Nandito yung isa who's 19 years old now. Yung anak niya na 10 years old nasa Pilipinas pa. How will she be affected by the white paper? So indefinite na ba siya, Edgar, yung kaibigan mo? I mean, either way, it's still it should not be. So at the moment, uh, they they're not looking to limit, no, bringing child dependence into the United Kingdom. Not yet. So at the moment, the white paper does not say, no, pagka nandito na nga, wala na yung ninyo na pwedeng kunin yung mga bata. That's not, in fairness, that's not what it says. So at the moment, I don't think it does. But you just have to be, I think the main issue will likely be money, right? As it often is. So could be na yung pagka nagbago na yung batas, they may want to see additional, income nga or additional documents. So same advice I made before. Kung ready na po siya, na dahil nga yung bata dito, don't wait. Do it now. Pasa mo, Edgar. And I hope she listens to you. People should, because you're a clever man. People should. Now, so ito po, Pilipina ako, currently naka-spouse visa ko dito, no? Kasal na kami ng British husband ko for 3 years, and may baby na rin kami, 1 year old. Oh, they're cute at that age. Plano po namin umuwi sa Pilipinas for few months para naman bisitang pamilya ko ng anak namin. Tanong ko lang po, gaano katagal po ako pwede magstay sa Pilipinas nang hindi maapektuhan ng visa ko and future application for indefinite leave to remain? At kung pabalik-balik ako sa UK at Pinas, maapektuhan po bang immigration status ko? Right. Okay. This is actually something that yung machismis, no, oftentimes, ang dami ko naririnig, kung uuwi ka, hindi ka na makabalik, o kailangan ka lang, pwede ka lang umuwi ng 1 buwan, otherwise magkakaproblema, o pwede kang umuwi for a long time, wala silang pakialam. So this is, I will give you the information nga from the current law, no, Appendix FM nga, no. So, let me start by saying, under many immigration categories, no, there's usually a requirement that the visa holder must not be outside the UK for more than 180 days in any 12-month period. And that is if the person then wants to apply for indefinite leave to remain, okay? That is for most. Good news is that this rule, despite often different information, does not actually apply to spouses or partners, those with visa like you, issued under Appendix FM. But it does not mean that that under this rule, may visa ka nga, that you can just, so sabihin natin, umuwi ka sa atin, nandun ka na until you're going to be applying for an extension. Kung yun, then you will find actually that they may have concerns pagka babalik ka as to whether or not you actually still, whether you still consider the UK to be your home with your husband and whether that relationship is still ongoing. So it's if you like a practical issue. But at the moment, there's nothing actually under Appendix FM under which your visa was granted that says no, you can't be away for more than 180 days unusually, no. But let me just take it one step further, no, naturalization. So even though you own, for indefinite leave to remain, when you apply for naturalization, you have to be careful. Now, Brito ng asawa mo, so actually you have slightly advantageous, if you like, absence requirements, no. So for naturalization, if you're married to a British citizen, your maximum absence should, or rather, you should not be absent for more than 270 days in the last 3 years, ending with the date of the application. So kung ngayon nga, meron kang balak, matatagalan nga kayo, when you get around to applying for naturalization, i.e. British passport, what you need to count is the last 3 years lang nga, and you must not be absent in those last 3 years more than 270 days. Okay, so hopefully that's of use to you. Okay, good luck, no? And you have a good time. Have a good time. Now, ewan ko meron pa tayong mga questions. It could be nawala na. Ang dami, no? Ang dami na questions. Now, if that's the case, then it's, no, ewan ko, meron bang bumabati sa atin. Let me just have a look. Let me have a look. That's my computer is not cooperating at the moment. So, sandali. Let me have a look. Okay. Sorry, sandali. Let me just check. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Edgar, another. And that was. Thank you very much for saying hello. May Tigbao Vargas, no? I have a question po regarding e-visa. Exempted po ba ang ILR holder na senior citizens? Uuwi po kasi sa Pilipinas this September ang friend ko, 74 years old, ILR status. Hindi na siya nag-process ng UK e-visa online. Oh, May, no. Kailangan niya, everyone, no? Everyone. So sabihin mo sa kanya, bago siya uuwi, she should get an e-visa. Otherwise, magkakaproblema siyang pabalik dito. No, everyone. No exemption po. No exemption. So sabihin mo sa kanya, gawin niya, no? Now, ewan ko kung meron pang mga, I saw flashing, Edgar, I thought so. Mabuti naman kami dito sa Derby, sabi niya. And on 8 June, I don't know why I keep saying January, 8 June, ang Barrio Fiesta dito sa Derby Sunday. Imbitado kayong lahat with Giselle Sanchez, special guest, and our band will be playing with ECM bands, sabi nga niya. Not to be missed. I kid you not, the man is talented. Oh, Miss Paner, sabi po niya, I'm okay lang po. I'm home, nakikinig sa inyong informative topic. She's so lovely. She's so kind. And I say this all the time. Pa kami, we've been together for a long time, no? Doing this. Miss Rafael! The lovely Miss Rafael. And she's feeling good because she's all in caps. Hello and good evening, Attorney Lira, sabi niya. And happy Thursday to all watching at home in Wimbledon. Oh, you're back! And just came back yesterday. Nice to be back again. Wow, Miss Rafael, welcome back. I'm sorry you're coming back to slightly not great. Well, it's actually, at least hindi nga umuulan. We've missed you. Did you have a good time? No? Send us some pictures. Okay. Si May, sabi po niya, hello and good evening, Attorney Lira, and to all viewers, happy Thursday. Watch you from Exeter in Devon. Devon is beautiful, especially in the summer, no? Diba, May? It's beautiful. It's a beautiful part of England. It's I love it. Oh, so sabi po niya, so Miss Villano, sabi niya, thank you so much, sabi niya. You're very welcome. You're absolutely very welcome, no? Have a great time. Safe travels, ha? Oh, si Ma'am Cora. Hello, Attorney Lira, and everyone. Magandang gabi. Magandang gabi po. Are you well? No? I hope you're well and you're not working too hard. Masipag si Ma'am Cora. I know that. Oh, Edgar, sabi niya, another truly dagdag kaalaman day. This is why we love him, no? Surely I will impart this knowledge dito sa mga kaibigan sa Derby. Madami kasi nag-worry about this white paper. Yung nga, no, tama ka, Edgar, it is truly, mga tao, they're either, as I say, confused, panicking, often both, no? Because of this white paper. But pasa mo nga din po, si Edgar sabi niya, hi Ma'am Cora Carsola, and Edgar, sabi nga nila, magandang gabi po, Man Emmeline Rafael and Miss Paner. You know, we've been together for so long now, di ba? No, Edgar? No, we started this just after, when COVID hit, di ba? And we've been together all this time. 5 years na tayo. A lot of people don't stay married for 5 years. So I'm sure we have reached a 5th year anniversary, no? If not coming up to 5 years, di ba? No? Oh, Miss Paner, hello po, sabi niya, Tita Cora, kamusta po? She's Ma'am Cora and Miss Rafael, they're lovely. They're lovely. They're all lovely, no? Salamat po, as I say. It's no, it's but yeah, it's ang topic po natin next week. Unless you can persuade me by your wonderful questions, um, uh, we're going to continue talking about this white paper. Okay? Pero ang topic po natin next week is indefinite leave to remain, settlement, naturalization. How is it going to be? How is it going to affect you? No? And if we can, I'll try and squeeze in also workers. Ano bang and also carers. Yeah. So big topic again next week. We'll try and pack it in. If we can't pack it in, then we'll do part of it the following week. Importante po ito. The white paper is probably the most important document published in the last, well, since this government came into play, no? Maybe even before that. So importante po ito. So it's important that you are that we are aware of what the changes nga. We can prepare for it that way, and as much as you can, be aware of what you can do, so hindi kayo maabutan, o kaya or indeed what else you can do, no, to ensure as much as you can your application is okay. So yun, now I've gone on, no? Oh, May, sabi po niya, May, sabi po niya, thank you very much, attorney. Oh, Miss Vargas, she's lovely. Oh, Miss Rafael, sabi niya, yes, I did, kahit mainit, and I missed you all. Oh, Miss Rafael, we missed you more. It's good to have you back. No, and I hope that it was all okay. Walang problema nga. I think Philippines is a beautiful place. Yung nga lang you always worry when you travel, hindi lang sa Pilipinas, but everywhere. Oh, I love the emojis. Oh, the flowers. Oh, sa inyong lahat. No, salamat po. No, thank you for continuing to join me. It's great. It's lovely to have you all yung regulars nga na mga kaibigan natin, our regular friends. And also the newcomers, the newbies. It's nice of you to keep me company. Everyone, please, Edgar, everyone, please keep sharing the show to all your friends, and thank you, Attorney Elsie. Mabuhay ka. Malaking tulong ito sa ating mga kababayan. Salamat, Edgar. No, it's I think especially nga ito pong white paper. It is definitely worth discussing in detail. Dahil otherwise nakakalito, no, when you read it through. 71 pages. So when you read it through, it's easy to miss things because sometimes nga it's so vague, no? Makita nyo and you think hindi ako maapektuhan, but actually you are, in fact, yung situation nyo will likely be affected. So so it's no, thank you for tuning in po, everyone. No, I'm so grateful. No, alam ko, and you want to also get on with with your life. Hindi pa kayo kumakain, kadadating nyo nga sa trabaho, but you take the time to be with me. So I will always be grateful, and thank you so much po. I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. So just leaves me really to say salamat po ulit sa inyong lahat. Long-time friends and newcomers, no? Salamat po sa mga Facebook groups for allowing us to post our contents nga. And remember po, no? Kung meron kayong mga questions, email us, no? To Lira in Longa by next Wednesday, if at all possible, so that you have a chance of being chosen as the star question. Okay, and I'll read them out, and we'll try and deal with them as much and as best as we can. And you never know. As I say, you may get some serious bragging rights by being the star question. But thank you again, Bob, for keeping me company until next time, same place at Lira and Law. Good night.